Welcome to the channel. We are discussing recursion. Here we have factorial Python program. In this program we used recursion. This function calls itself to find the factorial of a number. Now in the recursion, base case is very important, right? Now what I'll do is I'll just remove this and I'll execute this program. Of course I know without base case this function leads to an infinite recursion. Let's save this and execute this. Let's enter a number 4. As expected, we'll get error. Recursion error. Maximum recursion depth exceeded. Now what is the meaning of this? What is going on behind the scene? So today in this tutorial, let's talk about this. When a function is called, a stack frame is created and that is added to call stack. When function finishes the execution, that stack frame is removed from the call stack. Now here we are talking about recursive function. When a recursive function stops the execution, when base case is satisfied, it will return the value and recursive function stops the execution. Now what if base case is not mentioned in the recursive function? When there is no base case, stack frames are added to the stack but are never removed. And because of the absence of the base case, the function calls itself multiple times. So in the call stack, number of the stack frame keeps growing. The total number of frames the call stack can store depends on the stack's limit and the size of each frame. So every call stack has a limit, and this stack limit is critical safety mechanism designed to protect both the program and the entire operating system from resource exhaustion caused by bugs. And this call stack limit is called as maximum recursion depth, and we can use SYS module to view and even modify that limit. Import SYS module, then SYS.get recursion limit. Then enter. Here we'll get 1000. That is the recursion limit in Python. If you want to change the limit, you can do that using set recursion limit 500 like this. Then if I call this now, okay, let's keep this value. So this is about maximum recursion depth. Now here, because of the absence of base case, the function calls itself again and again for different values, right? For every call, a stack frame is created and added to the stack. At a particular time, when the number of stack frame reaches the limit, we'll get this error. Now the next question is how to avoid this error. Very simple. We need to mention base case in our recursive function. Base case is an important part of recursive function. So don't forget to write base case. And second one, be careful about the recursive case. Recursive case must progress towards base case. Here for example, if I take condition as n+1 and if I execute this, even though we have base case, we'll get maximum recursion depth exceeded error, recursion error. That is because here recursive case is not moving towards the base case. Actually, it is going in opposite direction. So this is about recursion error, maximum depth exceeded. That's it for now guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll meet you in next class. Till then, take care.